Hello Pokemon nerds, PokeTube Tyler with you, and we are finally here to do that PSA episode I've been talking about. I am super excited for this episode because I have 4 cards we're going to be sending off to PSA, and they are going to be some really awesome cards, and I'm hoping for some good turnarounds that could be worth a good pretty penny. Like I said, if you watched my last video, I was waiting for a special card to come in the mail that I really wanted to send in so I could make this episode. And it was supposed to be here by this weekend, but it didn't show up, so it came in today. So I'm making the episode. I'm incredibly excited. Without further ado, let's just get into the cards here. Like I said, there's gonna be 4 of them, and they're all in really good condition. But the first card I want to show you guys is this dark Dragonite. We'll pull it out of the sleeve. I'll tell you what my opinion, what I think it'll come back as, and then you can make your own estimate. And then when I get them back, I'll make another video and we can see if our guesses were right, I guess. But here we have a dark Dragonite. There is some minor scratches, as I can tell, on the hollow one right there, but there's nothing really significant on there, but there is some mild scratching on there. If I can turn it that way, if you can see. It's not horrible, but that'll definitely hurt the grade. Centering on it, though, in my opinion, looks spectacular. It looks perfect to me. Check out the back centering. Centering on the back looks perfect. There is barely any whitening. There's some whitening down here. See if I can get it focused. A little whitening spot right there. I'll see if I can rub it off real quick, maybe. Sometimes you can get these off if you lightly rub them. But this one might be there to stay. So one little spot there in the corner, and then 1 or 2 little spots down here. Try to see if I can get these off. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, centering looks perfect. Just those couple little spots down there for whitening on the back. No whitening as I can see on the front. Hollow looks really nice. Like I said, there is some scratching on there. As I can see, I don't see any real marks on the surface. Corners are cut perfectly from what I can tell. Sometimes the corners can be kind of squared off, and I believe that does hurt the value a little bit. But if I had to guess and throw out a number, I would say this comes back as a PSA 9. I would hope for a 10, but I just don't see a 10 happening. But I was surprised last time in the last video we did get a 10, so who knows? We got 10. We got 2 10s. I expected 1 to come back as a 10, I think, but I didn't. My Japanese Giovanni's Alright, so this next card here is one that I actually pulled on the channel, which is a Pidgeot. Pulled it from a heavy jungle pack. So initially, or you would think it's brand new. Hollow on this one, absolutely perfect. No scratches whatsoever. Centering on this one is maybe a little off from left to right on the front, but it is pretty darn good on the centering. Check out the back here. I do not see any whitening. Maybe something down there, but it's really good. The only thing, there's a little maybe nick right there in that corner, if you can see that. I'll see if I can rub that off real quick. Nope. So there's one little nick there. The only problem is I don't know if it's the way you package it. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a little I guess, curve in it. It's not like a bent, it's not bent or anything, but it's got a little curve. I don't know if they grade that or not, if that affects the grading. Surface on it though looks fantastic. I would say this comes back as a 9. I would be happy with a, obviously be happy with a 10, but I can see it come back as a 10, but I'm gonna put a 9 on there just to not be over the top optimistic. All right, so the next card we have here is a big one, a dark Blastoise holographic, and this thing is in really good condition. It's also kind of got a little bit of that bending, but it's not as bad as the Pidgeot, but the holographic on this is perfect looking. I cannot find any scratches. It is beautiful. The centering on it is a little off, maybe just a smidgen from left to right, but not bad. It's not overdone, and it might be a little off from bottom to top, but the centering is not horrible. I've seen really bad centering before, and this is not really bad centering. Check out the back here. Maybe want a little bit of tiny whitening there in this corner. If you hold it like this, it's hard to tell, but let's see if I can wipe that off a little bit. Maybe one little nick in this corner as well. Well, that one looks like it came off, so that's perfect. No whitening back there. I'm going to be optimistic and say this comes back. Well, the centering on it was not great. I don't care. I'm still going to say 10. I don't think the centering was absolutely perfect on the other ones that in my last video that got a 10, and this one, if it comes back as a 10, it's huge. So I'm going to be optimistic and say it comes back at 10. I wouldn't be mad if it comes back at 9, which realistically it probably will, but I'm putting it down as my optimistic guess on this one as a 10. All right, and this is the card that I was waiting for to come in. I'm super excited. Just got here today. We got an unlimited base set Charizard. Not the base set 2, not the Champions League or whatever, or the Legends card. This is an actual base set Charizard. Centering on it is really nice. Centering from left to right is a little off, but maybe a little off from bottom to top, but it's not bad at all. Check out the back here. There is some whitening on it, but I mean, from a card this old and this rare, I'm not too mad about it. There's a couple marks up there, as you can see. Bring it closer, actually, see if I can get it in focus. And then a couple marks on the side here. You can see, I'm going to see if I can wipe any of these off by chance, because that would incredibly help. Sometimes just a little bit of rub, it doesn't damage the card and you can get those white spots off, but definitely want to make sure I don't make it worse or damage it more. But it does not look like any of them are coming off there. Check out the bottom here. A little bit of whitening maybe in that corner and a little bit and down here. That does not look it's coming off with rubbing. Maybe try to go back after this video and try to rub some of it off, but I mean, obviously whitening's not bad on this card. The problem with this card the most is going to be scratches on the hollow. It might be kind of hard to tell with this one with the camera anyways for you to see, but there is a scratch up here, there's a scratch right there. There's got some scratches. It came actually in this case right here, and it was not in a sleeve, it was just in the case, and that probably did not help it not get scratches. The guy told me that it was been in that case for like over 10 years, so I don't know if like sleeves weren't a big deal back then and 10 years ago, and they just like, well, let's put in this big old plastic case, that'll be good. But I can't imagine plastic rubbing up against the hollow at any point would be good and help it not get scratches. But I mean, this card is beautiful. I've had a couple of these in my past, and I didn't have any more, so to be able to get one back is amazing. Had a base set 2 version I actually just sold. I will say this too, there is one little spot right there in the border, if you can see that, and then one right up there. I don't know if, I think that's just usually how they come from the Pokemon, or like that's how they get printed. So there's not much you can do about that. But with everything that you see that I've shown you, I'm gonna give this an 8. I hope it comes back as a 9. It's definitely not a PSA 10. So I'm not even gonna get my hopes up for that, but I would say an 8. If it comes back as a 7, it is what it is. But I'm gonna hope for an 8 and pray for a 9, I guess. But it is just stunning. I'm so happy to even be holding this card. Instantly, once we get this, I'm putting it back in the sleeve and putting it back in this plastic thing. But I am super excited for this, and this is what I was waiting for it to come in, because it will be the biggest hitter. Anyways, hopefully you guys stick around, and not too long I'll be able to make the episode and show you guys what they come back as. I am just super excited. Again, I'll just kind of show you a quick glimpse. So we had that Charizard, we got the Dark Blastoise, we got that Pidgeot that I actually pulled on the channel. If you want to go back and see that episode, I'll put the link in the description so you can see me actually get super excited about this pull, because Pidgeot is in my top 3 of favorite Pokemon ever. So I was super excited to get a Pidgeot out of that, and it's in really, really good condition. And then we have the Dark Dragonite. Dark Dragonite can pull pretty good money too, depending on what kind of grade it comes back as. Anyways, I just can't wait to see what they come back as. I'm super excited. Like I said, I will be using a faster method so we don't have to wait 4 months again. But man, I'm really excited because I got some big hitters in this one, as you saw. So make your guess off as much as I can show you. I wish I could have you guys all here and you can look at them in person and make a good guess, but just going off my camera, make a guess on what you get, and then maybe we'll be all right. Yeah, to wrap it up, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Super excited for these cards to come back, and hopefully we can get a PSA maybe 9 on that Charizard. Who knows? But anyways, please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification button so you can be alerted when this video comes out of the reveal. But anyways, give us a thumbs up and thunder punch that notification bell.